Straight into the bands. All right, Fugaci versus SpiritRealm. Let's get at it. We got Kill Spree, we got Rhino, we got Rango for Team Fugaci, and for Team SpiritRealm, we got Nick Silver, Nick, and Chud. That's gonna be an interesting one. Fices, what do you think's gonna happen here?
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know that I'm rooting for my big bro Chut on Spirit Realm. I mean, that's just like Chut was really the first person to get me inspired to get decent at this game. You know, I'm still bad at Brawl, but like he was the first person to inspire me to get good. So I'm definitely hoping he takes the win here.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. We see Nick Silver start off against Kill Spree. A Yumiko versus Haya battle here. You know, we got that possible bow battle in the lineup. We're on Apocalypse for game number 1 here, and starting off, things are, you know, somewhat even between both of these guys. Let me see if I can get an elo check on Kill Spree. I'm not too knowledgeable of what's Kill Spree's elo. Let's see.
Yeah, seeing some pretty good neutral being paid here by Sleepy and Crispy. Sleepy drops the D-Light Stare there, unfortunately, though. He didn't run out of jumps, just jumped a little bit too early, and Crispy able to get some damage. I think, honestly, the Stare might have killed there, but now that I think about it, Kaya's only 4 damage, so probably not. Misses the N-Sig, goes for the double whip sidelight, but Crispy reads that with a D-Light. And yeah, he gets the second D-Light into a Nair confirmed, and that takes Sleepy off the top. And Fugaci has the lead. Seeing some
I think. Wait, what you were saying before I cut you off?
Oh, I was just gonna say you're seeing some pretty typical Yumiko gameplay, just throwing out a lot of SIGs. Tries to go for the N-Sig there to get back, but Sleepy just punishes it immediately. And the game is still pretty close. I mean, this is some high elo gameplay. I love what I'm seeing here. Nobody's really sharking. The players are actually playing neutral, and this is how the game is meant to be played. Seeing a little bit of jumping in the corner of the map there, but sometimes that's just what happens when you're on last stock. And Crispy definitely getting the damage lead. It seems like he's winning neutral overall, but Sleepy finally starting to fight back with the spear. Has the advantage here now that his opponent is disarmed. He goes for the weapon starve and picks up the bow, and yeah, with the stage control that bow has against unarmed, he was able to get some D-Light Stare there. But now we have the bow ditto that you were talking about before, and it seems like Crispy folds first with that gravity cancel, and shockingly that dare doesn't kill, and Sleepy's just able to come back, and the N-Sig doesn't take him out either. Both players hitting a lot of kill moves, but nobody's dying. And yeah, it looks like Crispy wanted to go for the Gimp there with a hammer recovery, but I think he didn't count his options properly, and then he just falls to the bottom of the map. Sleepy's in red on his last stock, so he might be able to get some savior damage here, but it's not really looking like he's going to be able to put a lot out, especially now that Blur Hino has gotten the lance, because yeah, he catches the D-Sig and takes Sleepy off the side. What an interesting name. And Nick is a player that I haven't seen before, so I actually don't know what he's about to do here. The only player we really know that plays Lucian in the high elo scene is like Luna, so that's the only Lucian gameplay I've seen from a good level, so I don't know how Nick plans to play it here. It seems like he's getting baited. He's throwing out sidelight on Katars and just getting punished by Lance Aerials, and yeah. Blur Reno just playing a little floaty on this Lance and just baiting out attacks and punishing with Aerials. Trying to get the KO with the D-Sig off the side again, and he does. Wow. Yeah.
You can just call him Rhino, I think.
Rhino! Wait, that makes so much more sense!
I don't think nobody's just gonna call him Blue Reno. Just call him Rhino, I guess.
Well, yeah, I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that, but Rhino makes so much more sense.
You're just gonna butcher his name, man. I either call him Blue Rhino or just Rhino.
Blue Rhino! See? Okay, I'm locked.
Yeah, I mean, getting back into the game here, right now Fugaci definitely has a lead. They have a stock lead. The damage is even between Nick here and Rhino here. Um, but yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what Nick is gonna have to pull out here. I mean, he has guitars in hand, but he isn't finding anything too big. Um, you know, he is showing some signs of life though. Gets side sig though. And now Rhino has a lance, goes for that down sig. We saw him kill that first stock from Nick there. He got that down sticker. He was probably, you know, betting that that one would have connected and probably leads to KO here. Nick though over on the Boxers. You know a little bit about Nick. I mean, he's been playing a couple of arena houses. He's been playing around. I mean, he's been trying to get his warm-ups here for this battle here, but he's a West player actually. So I mean, he's gonna be playing on some go right here. But Rhino able to get those two stocks off of Nick, and now we're seeing Chut in a kind of precarious position. He has two stocks, and he has to take four stocks off of Team Fugaci here. But if anybody could go crazy, I definitely think Chut has the ability to maybe win this one back. And you know, it's a rough one, but it's definitely doable if he can get off Rhino's stock here.
Yeah, it was extremely unfortunate that Nick is playing on that West delay. I was not aware. Blue Rhino, I mean, he's on the Lord Vrax, so high dex characters, it becomes that much harder to get the punishes, especially when you have input delays. So definitely something you'll have to take into account for the next game. Luckily, Chut is able to get the KO with the unarmed Sair. And I mean, we're down a stock, but I think Chut can bring this back if he's just a better player. I mean, down a stock isn't really that big of a lead, especially if he can get down to the last opponent. He's playing some pretty decent neutral on the sword. Blue Rhino seems to be spending a lot of time in the corner of the map, kind of just trying to bait his opponents out. But Chut has no issue walking him down. He's just kind of just walking up and hitting him. He's missing a lot of these punishes though. Blue Rhino dodging through everything. Trying to get another D-Sig off the side. Yeah, it seems like Blue Rhino is pretty much focused on playing second beat, which makes a lot of sense because his team is already in the lead. So really all he has to do is get chip damage, and it's good enough.
Yeah, you know, right now, Blue Rhino already took a lot. This is his fourth stock he took. So he's definitely, you know, this first game, he's doing very well. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see, you know, if Chut can take me 3 stocks here. It's, you know, really rough for him, but, you know, he has Rhino in that percentage. He can definitely get this KO very quickly here. But, yeah, he's definitely looking for the sword. He's probably looking for a Sair to KO. He gets an Enlight. You know, one thing about Chut, you know, he takes a good while to kill, I would say. You know, I think at this point, he's probably just going to KO with, like, I don't know, maybe like an Enlight or something. Like, he definitely takes a while. He lets them simmer a little bit. He gets the Sair on stage here, but finally did KO. But Rhino, I mean, man, talk about the work that Rhino put in there. Took what, 4 stocks, like I said, and already got shut down to like half a health. So you know, Rango has it pretty easy here. He's gonna be coming in on this lance here. Not gonna get a lot of screen time, but I don't know. Maybe Chut gives him a run for his money.
Hopefully so, because I'm still rooting for my big bro Chut. I mean, I want to see him win, but this is definitely quite the deficit. I mean, you got 2 lances and a Yumiko. Definitely some very peculiar picks coming from Fugaci, but yeah. Chut actually playing some pretty good neutral here. I mean, he's in red on his last stock, but he's starting to put decent damage out onto Rango. Rango's just not able to find the kill move. Chut catches the Enlight there. This edge guard might be big, especially since he doesn't have a dodge, but he misses the ground pound. But another Enlight sends him off stage again. He catches the ground pound that time, and hold on. Chut spent a lot of that stuck in red, so if he can do the same thing this time, he might actually be able to win, especially if he can keep weapon starving his opponent. Well, no, the weapon spawn's right next to Rango, so... yeah, Chut is a very cool dude. I agree. Some immaculate neutral being played here on the sword.
Yeah, a very cool dude, man. But yeah, that's one thing about Chut, man. You know, he would just spend the whole of his stock, and then when it just comes down to it, he just lives on this health. Like, Chut's 100% of Chut's game is always on just red. And you know, he's just able to get these hits in, and if anybody could bring this one back up, it's definitely Chut, and he's doing it right now. I mean, he has a sword in hand. He gets seared though, but I mean, talk about that deficit. I think he had what? He had to take 4 stocks and he took 3. It almost got Rango down. And almost took it here. So I believe we're gonna be getting into game number 2 here. Definitely gonna be interesting to see you know, the change that SpiritRealm's gonna make here. If it's a legend swap or order swap, definitely think it's gonna be necessary here, and we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see.
Yeah, the issue with that game was that Nick was fighting a Lord Vrax on, I think I just saw 9 decks, which is pretty hard to do when you're dealing with input delay from across the country, so I kind of understand.
Yeah. So looks like waiting for lock-ins here. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, considering that Fugaci won, they should be locking in first, is what I would assume.
I think each clan is just playing the wedding game. Oh my goodness. All right. I think.
Yeah, y'all gotta be trolling, bro.
I think they're just switching up the orders and stuff. All right. All right. Okay.
I feel like Blue Rhino doesn't understand how this works.
All right. Looks like we're good. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, second game now. Let's see how this one's gonna go. So yeah, a little lineup swap. I guess Nick's gonna be over on Crispy. I believe we ban. Yeah, we ban. So yeah, yeah, Nick is gonna be going on to Crispy. And then we got Chubb's gonna be in that anchor spot once again, and Nick Sauber is gonna be going second. That's for Team Spirit. Fugaci, they're going to be swapping up the order. Rango is going to have a little bit more screen time. He's going to be going second, and Rhino is going to be that anchor. Definitely gonna love to see Rango here play. And in terms of this legend swaps, we're seeing Nick swapping that Lucian, like you mentioned, and he's going to be over on the boss. And now we're getting a nice little map change as well, Demon Island. So that's going to be interesting here, and we're going to be seeing the first matchup here of Nick versus Crispy. I was saying kill spree. I don't know where I got that from. I think that's his brawlhalla. Yeah, that's bro. He's mixing me up. That's one of his names on brawlhalla. Kill spree and Crispy.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad to see the switch up here. Demon Island is a much better map than what we were playing before. It's much more common actually as well, so I'm shocked we haven't seen it yet in today's lineups.
Yeah, and this starting off this game, I mean, Nick compared to how he did against Rhino, it's definitely looking a little bit more even against kill spree here. But just as I say that, he just gets a Seer and a weapon throw. But you know, he definitely has Crispy and decent health here to get the KO, and he has the blasters in hand. He just has to find the right opening, probably get a D-Light, maybe a D-Light Seer probably. Gets the there going, because that's just damage, though he needs to try to see if he can get this KO. Wiggly here before Crispy gets anything too big started on his second stock.
Yeah, Nick doing amazing work on this barrage. I mean, he's trying to stay alive here. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten a stock yet, but as long as he can get something here, then that'll be beneficial to his team. I mean, once again, he's having to play on this West delay, so it's understandable that he's not really getting the best output that he can. But luckily, we have Chud as anchor again, and Chud almost brought it back last game. So if Sleepy can put in some serious work before Chud has to lock in, I think SpiritRealm still has serious chances here.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, this matchup between kill spree in Nick's Lover started off game number 1. And it did went into Nick's Lover's favor, but it was super even. So this matchup once again could go really even, but Nick's Lover definitely has the lead here. Well, kinda onto kill spree because you know, the damage that Nick did, sorry, was pretty good. But yeah, he has his work cut off for him. He has to take off kill spree's stock here, and he has to also work on Rango. Who's on this Black Knight here? Gonna be coming in second here for Fugaci.
Score needs to be updated 1-0 Fugaci. That is not how it works, my friends.
Yeah.
So for this clan battle, the scores are updated for each event. We're doing the best of 3 crew battles right now. So whoever wins the crew battle overall will get a point on the board. And then we'll be going into the 2v2, and if necessary, we will be doing a 1v1 tiebreaker.
Yes, indeed. And you know, getting back into the game there, you know, Nick's Lover was able to take off Killspree's first stock, but also able to get his second. And now he's going to be working on Rango. So, if anything, if he steps on the gas a little bit, he's can definitely, you know, if he's able to build up Rango to a decent amount of health, probably get him to about orange or so, he can definitely, you know, take him off here on his last. And I mean, it's tied up in the stock count, but the damage lead is going towards Fugaci, but it's definitely winnable for either or stock.
Oh yeah, 100% winnable for both sides. I mean, Sleepy almost bringing it back there. I thought he was honestly going to get the KO first, but the recovery catches him on the left side of the map. I mean, Sleepy's still playing pretty well though, considering the deficit that existed before. The game is pretty close now, and I mean, I honestly think that he can really equalize before Chud even has to play. And yeah, he catches the Ensig, his opponent is disarmed, so as long as he weapon starts here and catches the landing, the game is exactly even now. I mean, in all honesty, this is pretty impressive considering that SpiritRealm is pretty much playing as a 2v3 and they're still keeping it even. This is some phenomenal gameplay here.
Yep.
Fugaci's definitely going to have to lock in if they want to keep this even, because Sleepy is dominating in this matchup.
Yeah, and most definitely, I mean, you got Sleepy, but you also have to worry about Chut there and the anchor position. I mean, we talked about Chut, I mean, that first game. He was able to pick out 3 stocks, in the 2 stocks that he had, and he almost got that forward. So, you know, Nick Silver putting in the work here in the second stock of his. I mean, definitely really, really good. And it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, what's gonna happen and what's gonna make of this game here.
Yes!
Recovery to make it back, he does touch. Got a little bit too excited there, buddy.
I thought he was dead, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Sleepy got the confirm, but unfortunately he takes the sideline stare. Yeah, he dodges the D-Sig, and I mean, yeah, I think he gets the KO here, because Sleepy is pretty locked. And pretty much any Kai'Sa kills, yeah, his opponent is already disarmed. He's gonna weapon starve, but unfortunately he misses the D-Light and eats an unarmed D-Light recovery. But I mean, this is easy cleanup for Big Bro Chut. Yeah, the unarmed Sarah almost kills. He was looking like he was about to go for another one, but he picks up the cannon instead, and the D-Light Nair takes him off the top. The game is completely even, and Chut can go ahead and close this out.
Yes, sir, man. Chut. Yeah, this guy, I mean, he goes even though, so I mean, it could definitely go in anyone's favor. You know, we can't count out Fugaci as yet. I mean, yeah, right now, I mean, Rhino is showing some signs of life, but, you know, if anything, you know, we all know Chut, he lives at red health, man, and he lives at that, just, he lives on the edge, man. He lives on the edge. So, you know, let's see if Chut can bring this one back. SpiritRealm started off at a deficit, so let's see if they can claim game number 2, or does the 3v3s go to Fugaci?
I mean, yeah, Chut getting in some good hits, and like once again, Rhino has this. He has a game plan, and he's going even. I mean, his game plan seems to be effective. Just pretty much playing second beat. If his opponent is on the ground, he'll float until he baits out an attack, and then he'll punish with an aerial. And then if he's in the corner, he'll just wait in the corner. And yeah, seeing some high-level neutral here. Nobody's really trying to throw out any attacks. And yeah, Rhino goes to the corner of the map, tries to get back on with a Sair, but unfortunately he runs away a little bit too hard and he gets stuck. And now he's getting edge guarded and eats the ground pound. And Chut has the tiny lead here. He needs to extend on this stock as much as he can. He tries to go for the weapon start but misses, but Rhino selling with the not ground pound, the D-Sig. And now Chut is getting a big cannon string. Rhino throwing his weapon, voluntarily weapon starving himself, and Chut is just going to keep racking up this damage on this stock, which is really what he needs. And I mean, getting edge guarded against sword while being unarmed is so unfortunate. Yeah, he's already in red and he still hasn't gotten a weapon. Chut's just going to keep the weapon starve going. He wants to keep the sword against unarmed. The D-Light recovery hits, but it seems like the damage has already been done. Chut really only needs one more D-Light recovery, and that should be it.
Yeah, man, but Rhino's health right now, it's looking pretty grim, I think. Well, like you said, Chut just has a couple hits in here, but, you know, Rhino does have the lances. It's definitely doable. He has to get something big going, though, but Chut, if anything, man, he's going to play this one very strategically. Oh, what a dodge, bro. He gets his GC N-Light from that. The N-Light's going to KO. That's 1-1.
And that's what we love to see, baby. SpiritRealm bringing it back, getting the tie on the board. You know, honestly, if Nick just takes a stock, it should be a confirmed win. He's playing on this delay, so it's a little bit hard for him, but I mean, wow, Chut really giving us a masterclass in how to punish passive gameplay there. That was some phenomenal stuff. Fugaci's definitely going to have to figure out a response because Sleepy and Chut are playing like their lives are on the line, and they don't plan on losing them. It's what I love to see. Yeah, Fugaci trying to figure out whether they're going to switch up legends here. I think last game Crispy went first, if I'm not mistaken, so it seems like they've switched up the lineup a little bit. And Crispy is also now on the Ember, pulling out the Katars. And Nick is on the Jala with the axe, so this will definitely be interesting to see. It seems like we're going to either Miami Dome or Small Fortress of Lions. I would assume between those two, we're probably going to get Miami Dome. So let's see. Ah, I'm wrong. We're getting Small Fortress of Lions.
Yeah, I guess Nick doesn't really like platform maps too much, but yeah, I mean, Nick, like you mentioned, you know, definitely didn't have a good start in that second game. Once again, I mean, he's playing on West, so he has that delay, but let's see how he does against Rango. You know, the lineup switch from Fugaci was definitely very important. Kill spree, yeah, Crispy or Kill spree, whichever one, it doesn't matter. You know, he makes a swap over to Ember, but you know, one important thing between him and Nick's Lover went fairly even. Nick's Lover was able to, you know, clean Rango's stock and was able to just take him out pretty, you know, pretty easily, I'd say. So this swap from Rango over to first and Crispy going in that second definitely is a wise choice from Fugaci here. But yeah, I mean, it really comes down to, you know, Nick's performance here in this interaction. But who goes for a risky ground pound there? But the damage is even right now, so it's really anybody's game. But let's see how it goes. It's only the first minutes of the match here, so yeah.
Yeah, Nick has been playing very well into this lance with his sword. I mean, if he can continue to go even, then the games will go much better than it did last time. I mean, yeah, he's already got a lead developed. I mean, the Jala definitely seems to be like a phenomenal choice for him. I don't know what changed, but he's playing a lot better than he was before. Yeah, catches the axe D-Light, sends his opponent flying. Considering the kill boxes on this map, he's probably going to need a few more hits, but I mean, axe Sair just, wow, it hits like a truck when it connects, so that's going to kill even from the opposite side of the map. And he really needs to extend as far as he can with this first stock of his, but unfortunately, Rango reads the dodge there and punishes it with a Lancer, so not really much of an extension. But I mean, if Nick plays like he did last stock, then this game is already looking very good. But Rango showing us what Lance can do with those buffs. I mean, he's already got his opponent in orange getting edge guarded. And I thought Nick was about to eat another sidelight there, but he jumps over it. Yeah, the Lance neutral has changed completely, and Nick just gets cleaned off the stage. Wow, that was some serious Lance gameplay, and Sleepy comes into the game much faster than he was expecting to. He's gonna have to take out Rango's stock here. And the Lance is still going. I mean, people used to say that this weapon was bad, but now with these buffs onto the Dare and just what it can do in neutral, it seems like it's really not that bad anymore.
But you know, Nick doing better than last game. You know, that second game he was really unable to get off Crispy's first stock, but you know, he was able to get at least a little bit damage onto Rango last, and also take out his first as well too. And now Nick Silver is going to be coming in here on this first stock of his here. All he needs to do is just clean up, gets a nice pogo. That's going to be it. It's even in the stock count, but right now, you know, the damage lead is going towards Fugaci, but if anything, man, it's definitely doable for SpiritRealm to bring this back. They've seen worse. Yeah, it could definitely go any way.
I mean, Sleepy with the Dare accuracy there. I just was not expecting that first one to hit, just showing us what it means to be a spear player. Getting some hits on the Crispy, but Crispy seems to be having a different game plan now that he's on the Ember. And the Katars are doing some work, but he was getting some hits before, but it seems like Sleepy has adapted, and I don't think he's gotten touched in the last 20 seconds. Crispy finally gets a sidelight, but he throws out a side sig from the other side of the map. Maybe because he knew he would get punished so that he can be in the perfect position for a Dare. I don't know if he saw that far into the future, but wow, this is some interesting gameplay. Both
100%.
players jumping around, and I mean, Crispy's using his dodge a lot and just throwing out these bow end lights to catch Sleepy floating, but it doesn't really seem like Sleepy's getting hit all that often. It seems like he's about to equalize here pretty soon.
Yeah, you know, Nick Silver kind of struggling against this Ember pick here, but you know, one thing you gotta look out for, I mean, is this 3 defense coming in from the Ember. I'm not sure if it's 4 defense here, but yeah, the defense diff is pretty huge. Nick Silver has to play this last stock really well though if he wants to maximize as much as he can on this stock here, but he has to try to see if he can take this out pretty quickly. This pick of the Ember though, it's no stranger to Crispy here, because I mean, his guitars is his top 3 weapon. His highest weapon is obviously the bow, of course, with 212 hours. His hammer 184, but his guitars is 67. I mean, it's not that far off. His Ember is his 6th highest legend, level 38, I believe. So, you know, not a stranger to this pick, but definitely concerning, because you got that 3 defense, and like I said before, Kaya defense and, you know, Ember's defense, it's 2 big jumps, man. It's like 2 opposite end of the pole.
Wow. Yes, definitely. I mean, as we see, Crispy is already in orange. Sleepy exerting some phenomenal pressure on this bow. I mean, you just see him moving around his opponent in neutral, and Crispy will just throw out a dodge, and then he just hits him. It's really shocking how scary his presence can be. He almost catches a spot dodge there with the D-Sig, but he gets the D-Light Nair anyways, and then takes his opponent off the top with the bow end light. And wow, SpiritRealm is in the lead now, which you would not have guessed from the start of this game. But Sleepy putting on an immaculate performance, and I mean, really, as long as he keeps this going, Chut shouldn't have much to do at the end.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, you see Rhino just kind of using that platform to his advantage. He's just trying to find an opening to get any weapon, but Nick Silver doing really well into just holding this weapon off as much as he can. A nice end light, and you know, Rhino picks up the lance and quickly goes for a slide charge down sig. But you know, Rhino, I mean, he's taking his time right now. But Nick Silver, I mean, he's just chilling right now. He has the stage control, and all he's doing is just, you know, getting the poke damage in. He's trying to ease the pressure. Oh, from Chuck, but that's the misplay from Rhino, and that's just a style gone. That is just mega unfortunate, Isis.
Yeah, extremely unfortunate. Unfortunately, when you use all your options and you're sitting at the corner of the map, if you mess up your movement and you just end up losing a stock for it. But Sleepy really showing us how to pressure opponents like this. I mean, it's honestly a masterclass. And if he can continue this
Goodness.
edge guard here, he might be able to
Oh my
confirm the
goodness.
second stock. He catches the Sarah, almost gets the N-Sig, but
Oh
he
my
makes
goodness.
it back to the stage for free. The N-Sig almost kills Rhino off of the top. And I mean, really, at this point, Chut won't even have to play.
Yeah, I wouldn't count him out just as yet, but he brought the damage so much back. Even that insect doesn't KO. And Rhino
Kaya
now, I mean, he's still
defense.
on the lance. Yeah, good point out the Kaya defense, but yeah, he wasn't getting safe from that end line there. And Shut's coming in, man, and for once, he has the lead right now. And all he has to do really is just get a nice, probably a D-Light Nair, probably, doesn't need to get too much right now. Gets a nice recovery, and that's it, 2-1. That's it for the threes. SpiritRealm takes the threes over on Fugaci for this battle.
I'm not too familiar with Gremlin though. He's on the level 22 Rayman. It seems like both players pulling out some pretty low level legends. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to expect here.
And I mean he plays he's known to kind of play the gauntlets more, but I think he's been favoring the Sidra a little bit in ones and twos. I think he usually plays Onyx. He sometimes plays Onyx as well in ones, I think. Let me get a little bit of more information onto Gremlin here. So Gremlin or Trap Lord, as they like to call him, 2591 right now. So ooh, but he's a pretty I think he plays Great Sword usually. I don't know if he's been on the Umugi lately, or either the Umugi or maybe the Jaehyun, but yeah, he's definitely gonna be a contender for Amped here. Amped, I mean, I think he had like 24 or 30 this season, so
Yeah,
definitely we
rocking
have a
that
fight on
Valhalla
him.
border with that elo.
Yeah, he's 24, 26 right now. Gremlin, I mean, a little bit higher than him. He's 25, 91 by a little bit. 100 though. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see this matchup here between Amps and Trap Lord, as we're gonna call him. But right now, starting off, I mean, right now, yeah, Fugaci is in the lead. They do have a nice damage lead here. And Trap Lord looks like he's gonna be taking the stock. Yeah, that's a nice recovery there. I'm gonna have the option of weapons. Probably gonna be this that gauntlets. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah. Gremlin catching the nair there and just jittering back and forth in the center of the map. I mean, pretty much just asserting dominance. But Amp still has time to figure out this matchup. You know, Traveler just getting these onesie-twosie hits and just building up the damage slowly and kind of just winning neutral overall, and that seems to be enough. He catches the D-Sig there, which will be the early Gimp since Amped runs out of jumps, and you know, he might be able to get the reverse 3-0. Anything is possible with Cannon. You know, you dodge the wrong way at the edge of the map and suddenly your stock is gone, but Amp throws it away in favor of the sword. Into the gauntlets. He throws out the GC sidelight and gets punished for it. Yeah, the N-Sig there is kind of crazy. Trap Lord just going for the free punish. And he gets the side sig. It's not looking too good for Amped at this point. He misinputs the D-Light ground pound, and now he's just getting edge guarded. Luckily, he's able to dodge through the N-Light and hopefully not get 3-stocked at least. Yeah. The D-Light Nair somehow doesn't kill. And, yeah, he's just throwing out kill options at this point to try to get a stock off. Trap Lord really not able to confirm either. Yeah, both players missing a lot, but you know, Amped. At this point, I feel like this game is just a go next. You know, my mental would probably just be focused on the next game here and just trying to get as much information as I can. Yeah, the recovery almost takes him off the top, but sooner or later, Trap Lord will probably hit him with something that will actually kill.
Perhaps. It's kind of playing with food at this point. But let's see. I mean, let's see what Amped brings out here. I mean, it's a pretty rough one to come back from the N-Light from the middle of the stage, like exactly in the middle. Takes the KO, and that's gonna be 1-0 right now in favor of Lord.
Yeah, Amp definitely gonna have to switch something up here. Gonna restart his PC. It seems like he's having some lag issues, which would make a lot of sense. Once he gets back in here, we'll definitely have to see if he switches up the legend pick, because it was not looking too good on the Sidra.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to see if we're gonna be seeing the Onyx pick coming out from him. I never even know he has an Onyx in there. But yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty. I've seen him on the Onyx before, and his Onyx is pretty decent. Which explains why I guess he would want to go to Sidra, especially after Sword just got buffed. But I feel like he should stick to what he knows, you know? I think he's more comfortable on the Gauntlets, definitely. Seen him on the Onyx every now and then, seen him on the Wu Shang, so I definitely think he should stick to something he's more comfortable with in this matchup.
Yep. So let's see. There you go. Amt is back. Just got ready out in here. Nice restart, and immediately he locks in that Onyx. Yeah, so this is a legend he hit this he hit his peak elo with this season, the 2430 around there. So let's see how this Onyx does. You know, you got that potential gauntlets ditto. We saw Traplord was favoring the gauntlets. He's not known honestly for the gauntlets. He's known, like, I know him for the greatsword. I know him for the Jay Yun, but you know, this Raymond pick is definitely gonna be interesting. It's yeah, hopefully this swap from Amps is what's needed here for him to take this game possibly.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if Amps wants to win this, he'll definitely have to assert some more dominance, because at this point it doesn't really seem like Gremlin is scared of him at all. Every single time he hits him, he kind of just stares at him and jitters back and forth in the center of the map and waits to see what he does. And he's getting this gauntlet string, and Amped is already in red. He dodges through the side sig, but then he's not able to avoid the Sair. And he almost gets to read again, but it's not looking too hot. He misses the end light, luckily. And hopefully Amp can bring this back before he loses a stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Traplord throwing out a lot of side sigs, and Amp just trying to get as much damage as he can, and I think that was the 5th side sig of the game, but it finally connects. Traplord definitely has a game plan here. It seems like he's just dominating on the gauntlets and neutral. Amp is going to have to figure out his adaptation if he wants to win. I honestly thought Traplord was about to get another Gimp on the side of the stage there. But Amp doing pretty well. I mean, it seems like he's adapting a little bit. He's not taking as much damage. He's almost closed out this second stock. He's been getting hit by Gauntlet sidelight a lot, so maybe he'll have to switch up his positioning on the map, and he eats another sidelight. He tries to read the jump with a nair, but, you know, Traplord just stands there. He's not afraid of getting hit, so... yeah. And Am tries to get the D-light, but he gets punished, and he tries to read the jump again, but once again, Traplord just stands there and then hits him. Yeah, and the axe is just hitting so hard right now. Amp goes for the ground pound unarmed, which leads into the recovery. He dodges the weapon throw, tries to go for the end light, but it doesn't connect, and he gets the recovery, and that'll finally be Traplord's first stock gone.
And yeah, I mean, the first stock followed very late. And a little anticlimactic side sig leads to the KO, and yeah, Traplord is up a full stock, man. It's looking rough for Amps at the moment. But I mean, let's see it.
Yeah, this is definitely not the Onyx player that I know. I mean, it seems like he doesn't really know what he's doing in this matchup, unless he does here, because he just got a big string, but then he throws out the GC sidelight and gets punished. It seems like no matter where he goes on the map, he's just getting hit. I mean, really at this point, Traplord just has the down low, just catching nair into sidelight, and oh, wait, Amp actually almost killed him off the side there. The D-sig connects on the last hit, and Amp has no more jumps to get back to the stage. And that is game 2. Immediately locks in Onyx again, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's gonna stick with his pick. I'm telling you, he's gonna stick with his pick until the end. I mean, seeing some legend suggestions in chat, but yeah, the Sidra didn't work too well. The Onyx is definitely, I think, his comfortable pick, but I think the toughest matchup between, I think just the problem here is, you know, the gauntlets ditto. He likes the gauntlets. I mean, when you look at his legend pool, he has he played Petra in the past. You know, the Onyx, obviously. In general, I mean, he has the Wu Shang. His gauntlets is his top weapon with 163 hours, you know, dedicated on gauntlets. And for you to be going up against a guy that's just basically kind of outskilling you on the gauntlets, it's really rough.
It can definitely be rough for the mental, for sure. But Amped fighting back on the cannon, catching 2 nairs off the top, almost getting a dodge read there. He tries to go for the dodge in read again. Honestly, I feel like his biggest issue right now is he keeps landing with these falling nairs on cannon. Trying to read the jump from Traplord, but Traplord is just standing there, so if he would just land an end light, I feel like it would work out a lot better for him. Oh, the GCD light comes out of the side of the stage. Amp not able to get the recovery though, and somehow he's the one who dies. I just don't understand it, how Traplord is able to get these conversions on these stocks so fast. It really just doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's fighting back with unarmed against gauntlets. He makes it back to the stage, and once again we're in that gauntlets ditto you were talking about, and he's just slowly building up the damage. I mean, yeah, Amp catches the D-Light recovery. It doesn't kill somehow. Oh my! Traplord trying to go for the clip, but Amp catches the GCD sig on the left side of the map, finally taking the first stock. And honestly, I think this is the closest the game has been.
Yeah, definitely, definitely is a close one. And I mean, this Trap Lord right now, just to kind of put things into perspective, I mean, Amp's is Valhallan, right? Which we know is, of course, is top 150, right? Gremlin right now is legit top 20 of USCs. He's 16th. So, the elo difference is pretty huge here. Yeah, and once again, like I mentioned, it's definitely a rough matchup here for AMs. He wants to play that gauntlets, but Gremlin has been favoring this gauntlets throughout this one entire set here, and you see he swapped the cannon over for the gauntlets now, and he's trying his best to just try to get something started here. But like you said, I mean, this is the closest the set has been. 2 games, you kind of probably got him somewhat figured out, but is it too late? That's the question here. Can Amped possibly bring this one back, take the second stock, and maybe take the last? I don't know, because he's currently disarmed, and I think he has a cannon primed, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls out the cannon. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping that Amped is able to take the game here, because it would be pretty unfortunate to see pretty much a 6-0 coming out from Fugaci in the end here. I mean, SpiritRealm definitely needs to show that they have some fangs that they can bite back with, but I mean, Amped is just getting decimated here in this matchup, and he GC sidelights, almost getting punished for it. Luckily, he's able to catch the recovery, and the ground pound connects with less force than I thought it would, honestly. He avoids the D-Sig, but he doesn't avoid it the second time, and that is it.
Yep, GG's well played. And yeah, Fugachi's gonna win the CB 2-1.